Hi guys, I'm going to teach you how to look at a still life and draw it with a contour line drawing. So before I begin, I'm going to do a few thumbnail sketches of this space. So I'm just going to draw some kind of rough squares on my paper. Maybe like 4 of them would be good. I'm just going to practice blocking out the images on each square. So I'm just going to kind of, if you put your hands like this and just kind of look through it like a camera lens, you can get an idea of what you want to put in your view. This is what your view is. So I'm going to just I'm going to play around with it a little bit. I think I'm going to put the book off the paper a little bit in this one. So it's kind of coming here. And this is in my foreground. And that means that it's the first thing that I see. So I'm just going to focus on this vase here for now. And then I'm going to look at right here, where does this begin in relation to this? So in my eye, it's just behind the edge. It's just behind the edge of where the book ends. And so I can see there's a little bit of space right here in my view. So I want to make sure that I show that. And of course I'm doing just a line drawing, so this comes up pretty high. This actually might be out of my view here of this. So I decided to fill up the page with, I'm just going to do lines of the spiky plant. Some of them are coming out at me. And then in the background, I see this vase. And it goes up so high that I'm only going to see about that. So that's one perspective of, it's actually one kind of interpretation and one way to view it. So that's just focusing mostly on this plant here. So I'm just practicing the images so I can kind of get a feel for what they're going to look like when they're line drawings, okay? So maybe next time I want to do a little bit more focus on this and practice the shapes of this. So I'm going to do the top, and I'm just going to do this part, the body of the candle holder thing, and I think I'm going to add like just part of the vase here, kind of in the corner. So that would be one view. And then now I want to do like maybe just the vase, because the vase has been neglected. Just going to draw that part, and I'll be able to see part of this here, I think. And maybe even a couple of the spiky plant there. So it's another little practice. And then you want to practice the whole thing. So you'll draw it much smaller, and it'll just be a real rough sketch, okay? So you're going to try and get I'm going to try and get the book in there. I'm just going to kind of block it in. So I'm going to block in where everything goes. And this still might go off the page a little bit, but... And then I have the spikes here. Just doing a real quick, like I'm blocking it out, which means I'm just sketching out where everything goes in relation to each other. So this goes up here and kind of pops out back here. So this is kind of my interpretation of the whole picture right there. And now, since I practiced a little bit, and you can do more than this, but now that I've practiced a little bit, I'm going to show you how to approach the main drawing here. And what I want you to do first is get your pencil and just kind of go around the shapes with your eye, just with your pencil. And you're going to just kind of go around, just see what that feels like. Come around this way. Just get an idea and just kind of look at the image for a while. You have much more space here, so you can just start by drawing kind of what you see on the outside perimeter. So I would kind of just map it out. Book, edge of the vase, kind of goes up like this. Start lighter. This vase. I'm actually going to start a little bit lower. I'm already noticing that that's not going to work for me. I am going to work this way because it's taller. These are really tall. So I'm starting again, and you might start again as well as you realize you may need to go landscape or portrait. I need to go portrait mode. So I'm going like this. I'm just going to do it lightly at first, and then I will block this in as I get more confident with where my lines are going. So I'm just going to kind of, if some of it goes off the edge of the page, that is okay. I'm trying to draw it dark so you guys can see. But I also don't want to go too dark in case I have to erase. So book. I'm going to block in this kind of geometric shaped plant thing. Here, you guys are going to spend more time on this than me. I'm just kind of mapping it out right now to get it. And you'll do details, but as long as it's just in line, the line drawing. And so this kind of comes out a little further, I'm noticing. And then I'm going to get these spikes here. So I'm doing this quickly and just kind of imagining where the spikes are coming in and out. But I want you, if you have a plant like this, actually I'm getting some of those, the ones that are sticking out towards me here. This one kind of comes off the edge here. Got a few that come off that way. I'm trying to capture exactly how many leaves are coming off of this. There's a big one that cuts across there. And then I can add the details of the book as long as I don't shade. This has like a plant on it. You can do the writing if you want to. This candle holder has a bunch of little dots. If you really want to, you can add details that fine. I'm not going to today. So I'm just kind of getting the basic shapes, and then whatever details you have, like the leaves here, and then you can kind of define everything and add the rest of your details. But that is how you prepare for and map out a still life.